Yo, welcome to the video, guys. So a very quick evening session this evening in Sheffield with just one frame for Brecel and Ronnie to get the job done and complete our quarterfinal lineup. So let's get straight into the matchups. To start with, at the top of the draw, we got Xintong against Chris Wakelin. Chris, who's already taken out Robertson and Allen in this tournament, against Xintong, who probably had quite a sort of low-key matchup against Pei Fan, and out of all of his matches, including the qualifiers, probably sort of his poorest performance. But he came through strongly in the end against Pei Fan, got the win, and now, to be fair, for his maiden quarterfinal at the Crucible, a very nice matchup for him against Chris Wakelin. Xintong will need to step up for this, but I expect him to get the win against Wakelin. Next up, we got Wei against Ronnie O'Sullivan. So if anyone saw Ronnie's interview with the BBC after the match, you can only just but laugh at the kind of things he comes out with. But he certainly hasn't hit his best form, as we know, but his opponents, I was really disappointed in Pang, actually. I thought it was a real opportunity for him there, but he seemed to crumble under the pressure, which was disappointing. C, on the other hand, he's come through to the quarterfinals again, as he had that run a couple of years ago at the Crucible to the semis. Again, I don't really think he's played his best. He came through nicely against Wollaston, but I can't say I saw a lot of the match. But if you look at the statistics, pot success, long pot success, etc., his numbers are really low down as well, and he's going to have to really step things up to challenge Ronnie. I'm going to go with Ronnie. I know I went for the upset in the last round, and I do think Ronnie is there for the taking, but I can't see it being C taking it to Ronnie. Then we go on to the bottom half of the draw, and it's that classic class of 92 matchup. John Higgins against Mark Williams. Perhaps both of them well past their prime now, but they're still grinding out these results. What a win it was for John in that final frame decider against Gudong. Mark Williams, I thought he was going to really face a tough matchup against Fafai, but in the end, he knuckled down and got out on top in that one. This will be a close, intriguing matchup. I'm going to slightly go with Mark Williams for this one, and I'll take him to get the win here. Moving on to the final matchup, and this is the one that everyone's going to want to see. Judd Trump against Luca Brecel. Trump, obviously now probably the favourite for the tournament, even over Ronnie, after that win against Murphy. He had a great sort of middle session. I think the first session when he went 5-3 ahead, he was quite lucky in the end. Murphy didn't take his chances, but then he came out and stormed ahead. Murphy was fighting back with everything towards the end, and Judd did miss a couple of pots, but that final frame didn't make a difference in the end. With the points he'd got ahead, he was able to crawl over the line. Luca was obviously lighting it up against Ding. Unfortunately, I was watching the other table when he had that amazing first session where he apparently was just playing crazy exhibition stuff. And if you look at his pot success and long pot success in that matchup against Ding, he can go head-to-head against anyone. And I do think that maybe with what he brings and the way, as I say, Trump does have his dips, I reckon Luca can get the job done and look to emulate that 2023 Crucible success and move on to the semis against Mark Williams. So I'm going for a semi-finals of Xintong against Ronnie and Mark Williams against Luca Brecel. Let me know, guys, in the comments below, who's your pick for the quarterfinals and who do you like now to win the title. See you in the next one.